most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together, we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
We're
Bob.
just talking about our camera woman's persnickety ways. So today we're going to show you how to relieve stress and anxiety with relaxing stretches. I do these every day, Brad. It's a great way to start the day. I'm relaxed and I'm stretched out. There's two benefits to this.
And we're going to show them. Excellent.
By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. And if you're wondering what Brad was doing down there, he was showing our giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
This is the grip strengthener. If you want a grip strength like Popeye, you remember how you used to squeeze that can of spinach?
Oh, yeah.
Pop it right open.
Yep.
So you go to bobandbrad.com, go to the giveaway section, and sign up. You can also go to Facebook. The contest will be pinned to the top of the page. Go to TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram if you want a 60-second version of our program. All right, let's get started, Brad. The only things you're going to need, you may need a pillow. You may need a doorway.
Yes.
And I would take a rolled up sock. Brad,
Yes.
Can you come on over here real quick? I want to show you what.
Sure.
So when you're laying on the floor doing your stretches, we're going to put the sock in position A, B, C, or D.
You'll be laying on your back.
Laying on your back.
On probably a carpeted floor?
Carpeted floor, right. Or if you have a mat.
Sure. There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
So what this does is it stretches out. If you turn to the side, Brad, turn this way. A lot of people are rounded out right here, Brad. Round out there. Yep, like that. They have posture like this. This is the one thing that does a really good job of stretching that out. Now, if after a while you find out the sock has worked for you and is doing pretty well, you might progress to the back pod. Brad, do you want to show that?
Yeah.
This is what I use, Brad uses. It's very, you almost tripped there, Brad. That was Dick Van Dyke tripping over the stool. This thing is expensive. Yeah. I don't like how expensive it is.
Well, it's relative, Bob.
But it's all relative, I know. But it works fantastic.
Yeah.
I put this in the area. I use this every day. I take it along on vacation when I go on vacation.
It's actually made for, one of the things is costochondritis, which I have chest pain. And if it saves me a trip to the emergency room, it has 3 times already. That saves, it's cheap.
That's worthwhile, yeah, right.
But anyways, you could use a tennis ball. It's a little small, but you could do that too.
Yeah, and especially when you're starting off, you want to see if it's going to help. So use a rolled up sock. Let's get started, Brad. I'm going to get on the floor here. And, I wake up in the morning. I'm tired. I'm not a morning person, but I've tried to become one.
Yeah.
Because everybody who's productive, it seems like they get an early start in the morning. But I just lay down and I'll put this, I could already start by putting this in position A. And it's just right between the shoulder blade and my spine, kind of higher up.
So that muscle there, that between that spine bone and the shoulder blade. Go ahead. And you just lay there?
And then I lay there, and you want to try to do diaphragmatic breathing if you can, which means when you breathe in, your diaphragm your abdomen is actually expanding.
Yeah, so it comes up. You can see is.
But I'm not just doing this, Brad. I'm starting to do the trunk rotations.
Well, what are you doing first?
I'm doing this together. I'm doing the.
So you got the sock in there.
The sock in there, and I'm starting this. I'm doing 2 things at once.
Well, actually 3 because you're doing the diaphragmatic breathing.
Right, and if you can't do the diaphragmatic breathing because you're moving, just relax breathing, nice deep breathing.
Yeah. So that sock, you roll them up pretty tight.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I actually have 2 socks in there to work it on it. So.
Right.
Then the next one I do, Brad, I actually do this next to a rail on my steps.
Your comb fell out.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll get rid of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't use it anyway.
And I put my leg up. Yeah, if you just want to move it down a little bit, Brad.
Whoa.
We're simulating here. You could do this. You could put one leg up against the doorway.
Yeah.
And one leg through the doorway.
Right.
You could find something, maybe even a couch that you could do this on.
Yeah, it's got to be tall. Because you do it with your heel on something?
My heel on something, right. This works though, Brad. This is actually stretching my hamstring. Same thing. Now I put this in position B, if you remember what position B was on, Brad.
Just the opposite side?
Yeah, the opposite side. And I just relax. and I just let this stretch. And I'll maybe move a little closer after a while to get it stretch a little bit more.
Of your hamstring.
Of my hamstring. Now you're also going to have to do the other one, and that's where the doorway works out good because
could you just slide over and get the
other doorway. Yes, the other side door would even be better.
So does your wife just walk over the top of you then?
She does. She absolutely does.
Okay.
And every morning she does the same thing. She walks through and she sticks her toe on my stomach.
Yeah.
And then takes a step off and goes over.
Oh, trying to get you going.
I don't know what she's doing, but she does it every morning.
We don't need to hear anymore, Bob.
All right, so that's
how many seconds on each hold usually?
I would say less than about 30 seconds.
30.
Brad.
Okay, good.
I mean, maybe it's longer. I'm just relaxed. I'm thinking about the day. I mean,
do you have music playing?
No.
Everything is quiet.
Everything's quiet. Sometimes I don't remember if I did a stretch or not because I'm thinking about other stuff.
Sure.
I'm just relaxed. All right, now I'm going to take the sock and put it in like a position C.
So just
down further, down more maybe in the middle.
Towards the belt line.
Yep, and then I go like this.
Oh, I love this stretch.
And this is a good figure 4 stretch, and I just take my hand and I push it down, and I'm stretching the hip into external rotation.
You can do the same stretch in a seated position if you wanted to. This is where I do mine when I put my socks on, but you can't relax like you can.
No, this is just
laying down.
Again, I'm getting 2 stretches at once, and plus I'm, it's almost kind of like a meditative relaxation.
Yeah.
I really am. So now I'm going to move to the last position D of the sock.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to hit this one. Nice and relaxed.
So you're pushing a little bit.
I'm pushing on this. Absolutely, I'm pushing on this.
This is a great stretch for that hip.
Yep, it is. It's one that I would have everybody do, especially if you're older than 40 or 45.
It's so functional because people, as they get older, it's harder for people to get their shoes on.
Yep.
And this stretch really helps that functionally as well as the hip socket.
And then I go into just a double stretch like this, Brad. It's just a little bit different.
Like the clamshell?
Right, the clamshell. Yeah. Kind of like the lotus when you're doing meditation. That's the lotus position.
But you never have your hands like that, do you?
No, I'm usually like this.
Okay.
I'm like this, and I'm even the sock, you can even take it further down if you want to go to E and F. And I'm just relaxed like this. I'm just thinking about the world, Brad. Thinking about what am I going to do for videos today?
Yep.
So
what about breakfast?
Did
you do this before or
after?
after?
I eat the same thing for breakfast every time.
No, did you do this before or after?
Before, yeah.
Before, okay.
I'm just waking up in the morning. Okay, next thing. We're going to go ahead and do a hip flexor stretch.
Oh, good.
Now, this is where you might need a pillow. You're going
to put it on your head or no, you're going to kneel on it.
Yeah. Because I have a mat, so it doesn't bother. But this is where I'm keeping in good posture. I'm stretching forward. I take my hand and I actually push the pelvis a little bit more. Again, just nice and relaxed. Just a great stretch.
See, he's got this. His posture is actually leaning back a little bit, which emphasizes that hip flexor. We did see a study where they say you can do this and lean forward.
Right. We had one study that they actually did this way too.
I don't think it's as aggressive, but I guess you could do it that way if it feels better.
I think you're getting different. Yeah, you're stretching different things to some extent. You're stretching like this into hip flexion a little bit better, but it's not as much extension.
Sure.
And of course, I do both sides. Same thing.
Right and left. Again, you do a sustained stretch or on and off.
Yeah.
Which one?
Sustained stretch.
Oh, okay.
Or on and off, yes.
You can do it either way if you'd like to. You can go pressure on and relax. And kind of oscillate slowly back and forth. Get a rhythm with your breathing. Again, I can't emphasize enough, and I think you would agree, Bob, how important it is to relax your breathing.
Yes.
Deep
breathing.
Breathing, relax. Everything just feels relaxed.
Yeah. And the last, Brad's going to show a calf stretch, right and left.
Which one do you like to do?
Whatever you want to do, Brad. I'm going to let it up to you. Do you want to do against the wall, or what do you want?
Well, I really like the incline board, but I don't know where we have it. But a lot of people don't have that. So I think just going up against the wall is probably what most people
That's what I was trying to do, Brad. I was trying to have people not have to buy anything.
Right,
to start off with.
So you can go like this, and like you're pushing the wall. if you want to go on your forearms and rest your head here, it's a little more relaxing. Make sure your toe is not out like this. If you look at this foot, that's the one I'm stretching, not this one. The toe has to be towards the wall, pointed towards the wall, and then you can do it with your knee straight and your knee bent. It gets two muscle groups, the soleus and the gastroc. And naturally, you're going to do both legs so you don't walk in circles. You can go I like to do the pressure on, pressure off, or you can do a sustained stretch and hold it for 30 seconds. And I will do it that way too sometimes if I get
No, I usually do it in a stairway. We don't have a stairway here, but I'll hold on to both railings and I'll just put one foot off the edge.
Yeah, like if this was a stair and let it hang down with your body weight, stabilizing yourself on the handrails.
Yep, I start with both actually, and then I go to just one.
Sure.
So I'll show the last one, Brad. So the last one's just cat camel. It's just
yes.
Nice and relaxed. So I'm hunching up like this with my head down.
And once again, there will be people commenting about the cat camel or the cow moose or whatever. Different people call it different things, but do it this way.
I think we should come up with our own name.
That's right, exactly. There, arch up this way. So how long does this whole routine take?
I don't even know I could say, Brad. I'm in such a trance. My wife, she complains about me that there's certain things I do in the morning. I'm like, Linda, I'm not even thinking. I'm just like, I'm total in a trance, thinking about the day.
Yep.
Like if I don't close a cupboard door or something like that, she's like, why don't you close the cupboard doors? I don't even know that I've eaten sometimes in the morning.
Liz, can you imagine that he doesn't close a cupboard door? I got to tell you, because if I go on a morning bike ride this time of year, I just love it. And the other morning I was thinking about something else when I was riding.
I bet you didn't know where you were.
No, I did. I had to think about where am I, and I thought, well, which route did I take? Because I was thinking, it was in a country road. It was very quiet. There was no traffic, and and I got done, and I was like, I feel great.
That's me. I think that's when you're doing your job, is when you don't even know what time it is, and you don't even know many mornings I don't know if I've done something, like if I did the stretch or not. So
do you go back to bed sometimes?
No. All right.
Just wondering.
Remember, Brad and I can fix about anything
except for
a broken heart.
I think this kind of could fit into a chapter in the book.
It does not.
I think it could.
All right. Thanks for watching.